Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal astrology forecast for Tuesday, February 18th, 2020. So another very simple day in the astrology here today, a bit of a gap with the more stronger aspects. So today, no major aspects going exact, but we do have the moon shifting into expansive Sagittarius. So the theme will likely be around expanding our perception, which could be a really good day for philosophy, but also a bit of maybe adventurousness and free-spiritedness with that fiery constellation. We have some minor lunar aspects with the moon. We have the moon going over Mars and the South Node, so there could be an activation maybe with our initiating side in this kind of free-spirited way, and with the South Node, maybe some past things being released internally, which can help us feel more free and more spiritually liberated. A turn up to Uranus, so there could be some maybe eccentric energy coming into the mix, and we are starting to end the current lunar month as we do approach a new moon, which will be over the weekend. So really good to start to complete some things, let the energy die down, and get into some of that receptivity. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Tuesday. And again, we are using the actual size of the constellations, which is different from mainstream astrology. So this does change the signs. You will notice the signs are different. So be sure to check out the link down below for more information if you are new to true sidereal astrology. All right, so let's take a look at the moon's placement, which represents the theme of the day. The moon has just recently, and for some of us in the early part of the day, will pass over that galactic center, which means that the past day in particular, the past couple days, maybe has been more on the deeper dimensions. Yesterday in particular was really good for excavating the deeper aspects of ourself and of life, and to work with those deeper energies so that we can heal, transform, and empower ourselves. So as the day unfolds, we are coming into this post-transformation energy, post-healing energy of Sag. So the theme likely today around expanding our perception, seeing the big picture, and accessing a bit of that free-spirited side. So really good day for things that are abstract like philosophy, spirituality, astrology, things of this nature, but also maybe even quite literally expanding our horizons. So just through some adventure, some going out into open lands, right? Getting into that kind of free-spirited, adventurous energy, also really good. And with the moon passing over Mars, who's recently started to enter into this constellation, there might be a bit of fire today, particularly with our initiating side. Maybe a new chapter in the monthly sense, regarding the side that is willing to take initiative towards things and put motivation and drive and cultivate our needs. So good to be aware of that, and maybe a new chapter starting with that fiery side of ourselves, which is again right now best channeled into expanding those perceptions or expanding those horizons a bit. And in the later part of the day, the moon will be passing over the South Node, which is more spiritual energy. This is the kind of void energy that when it does get activated, it is good to see what is being released. Maybe there are some old beliefs with Sagittarius, old perspectives that we could be releasing the later part of the day. So always good to practice non-attachment when the moon passes over the South Node, and allowing maybe some of these things to be released. There's really nothing to do. It's more of just observing it, being aware of it, and having that acceptance, which then facilitates that releasing sort of process. So here's the exact times of those aspects. We'll have the moon over Mars in the earlier part of the day, then we'll have the moon passing over the South Node the later part of the day. And what's kind of nice with all this too, we do have the moon trining up to Uranus. So as a general theme, there could be maybe some eccentric energy, maybe wanting to mix things up a little bit. We could be feeling a little more like our true self, wanting a little more freedom, and anything that involves innovation or the future ideals, right? But that progressive energy could be very supportive as a backdrop to the day. But the most important thing, especially in the weekly sense, is that we are starting to end the current lunar month. It is still good to take action and initiative towards things here today, but as the week unfolds, it will be closing out this current month. And so that does favor more of completion, finalizing things, and creating a bit of space for what will be the new beginnings, which will be on Sunday of this weekend, with the new moon there. All right, and a quick recap. We do have Mercury still retrograde from last weekend. So good to be reworking things in regards to those future ideals or visions or future things or collective matters with the sun, who's recently also entered into Aquarius. And we do have Venus in receptive Pisces. Good to still be enjoying the space in life, that receptive energy, and maybe in those relationships as well, a bit of unconditionality, acceptance, things of that nature. All right, and I also want to mention too that we do have this Jupiter sextiling up to Neptune, which is a very collective energy, and that's going to go exact here in a couple days on Thursday. So it is just a bit of an opening for a bit of that, again, expanding our perception, but in this case, maybe about spirituality, maybe about creativity, imagination, maybe about our dreams or ideals. So good to, again, expand that perception, especially with all these planets in Sagittarius right now anyways. But in this context, we might start to see, how things are kind of divinely happening, and there is a bit of serendipitousness when it comes to these potentials that we could be thinking about or being aware of with that sextile with Jupiter and Neptune. All right, everyone, so that's the day in a nutshell. Very simple day. Most importantly is good to get into that free-spiritedness of Sag, expanding that perception, closing out the current lunar month slowly and steadily as we go through the week. Rework some things with that Mercury retrograde. Good to be flexible and rethink things. And the moon over Mars, an activation with that initiating side coming into the day as well. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the next daily forecast. Take care.